She tried to stop me from saving a man's life. I worked in an ER for 6 years and saw crazy stuff every Monday. This Monday was packed. Every stretcher full, hallways crowded, total chaos. I was working triage where we decide who goes back first based on how serious things are. This lady comes in by ambulance with bad stomach pain. After checking her out, I knew it was gallstones. Painful, but not deadly. We put her on a stretcher in the waiting area, started an IV, drew some blood. Her daughter showed up 10 minutes later, and I knew immediately we had a problem. Designer purse, expensive shoes, that haircut that screams, "I want to speak to the manager." She started yelling the second she walked in. Her mom was still in the front hallway and she lost it. Said she knew the CEO personally and we'd all be fired if her mom didn't see a doctor right this second. We explained her mom had gallstones and we were super busy. Even the mom said she'd had this pain before and knew what it was. The daughter finally stopped screaming, but kept pacing around glaring at everyone. About an hour later, this guy gets brought in and we put him on the stretcher right next to the gallstone lady. His complaints were weird and my gut told me something was really wrong, even though all his numbers looked normal. I hooked him up to the heart monitor and watched him close. Told my charge nurse I didn't like what I was seeing. She said to let her know if anything changed. 5 minutes later, everything changed. I was taking the gallstone lady's blood pressure when I glanced at the guy's monitor. His heart rhythm was doing something bad. I stopped what I was doing and went to check on him. That's when the daughter grabbed my actual arm, told me to finish with her mom first. I yanked my arm away and said I needed to make sure this guy was okay. Then his heart rhythm switched to VFib. That's when your heart just quivers instead of pumping. You've got maybe minutes before brain damage or death. I called my charge nurse and started unhooking him from the monitor to rush him back. Our hospital had a special trauma room with 3 beds that stayed empty for emergencies exactly like this. I threw the stretcher into drive and started pushing fast. The daughter literally jumped in front of the stretcher and put her hands on it to stop me. Started screaming that her mom was here first and needed to be seen before this guy. Said I was lying about how sick he was and she was going to get me fired. I'm usually pretty calm, but this guy was dying right in front of me. I looked right at her and said, "You have a choice. Get out of my way or get run over." Then I started pushing the stretcher forward at full speed. I'm really good at moving stretchers fast. It's why I was on the trauma team. She tried to hold her ground but saw I wasn't stopping. She jumped to the side at the last second, but not fast enough. The wheel went right over her foot. She screamed and fell to the floor. I kept going. Didn't even slow down. Got the guy back to the trauma room in under 30 seconds. We worked on him for 30 minutes doing everything we could, but he died anyway. When I finally got back to the front, the gallstone lady and her daughter were already in the back seeing a doctor. My charge nurse pulled me aside and said they were filing a complaint against me. 3 days later, the actual CEO showed up on my shift. The daughter had told him I assaulted her multiple times and almost killed her mom by ignoring her. Said her foot was broken from me running her over. The CEO asked me to explain what happened. I told him everything. When I got to the part about telling her to move or get run over, he started laughing, then tried to cover his mouth. He said the daughter was friends with his sister, and he knew exactly what kind of person she was. He didn't fire me. Instead, he put a note in my file praising what I did. My next review, I got a huge raise plus a bonus because of that note. The daughter's foot really was broken, but I never heard anything else about it.